I'm Randy, founder and CEO of Zen Habitats. Today we're going to walk you through how to assemble the Zen Habitat 3.0 4x2x2 enclosure. This assembly process is actually the same for the 4x2x16 inch enclosure as well. The first thing we're going to do is go through all the parts that come with your enclosure. We have two different grommets that are going to fill the grommet hole. One is for any wires that you're going to run through the enclosure, and you just put that right in the back panel, and then you can run your wires right through it. However, if you have a snake or something you don't want to escape, or if you're not going to run any wires at all, you can use a solid grommet, and that just keeps your enclosure very secure. The enclosure comes with 8 screws for easy assembly, 2 doorknobs, a wire lock that you can use to secure your doors, and double-sided tape in case you want to use your substrate shield. When it comes to the frame, we have 4 sidebars that you're going to use. 2 of them are just going to be our standard bars with a single channel on each side. The other 2 have a single channel on one side and a double channel on the other side, and that's for the front of your enclosure, and that's where the doors slide in and out. The enclosure comes with an optional substrate shield that you can use to keep any loose substrate in the enclosure if you're using loose substrate. If you have a PVC enclosure, it's going to come with a humidity shield that's going to help keep the humidity inside the enclosure. You just lay it across the top of your screen. Obviously, you need doors on the enclosure, so it comes with 2 acrylic doors. Your enclosure is going to come with a pre-assembled screen, 2 side panels, your back panel with the grommet hole, finally your bottom panel, again, that's pre-assembled for you. So I'm simply going to align the double channels equal to the front channels here, and the single side right there. So now we're just going to screw the whole thing together. So now we're going to do the same thing to the other 3 corners. So again, I'm looking for the double channel on this one, and I'm going to align it in the front. Again, this is the front with matching the double channels, and we'll go ahead and screw this one in. Now that the side frames are in, we're just going to slide in the panels. Personally, I like it when the wood grain matches, so I'm just going to make sure that the wood grain's going the same as in the back and slide it right in. Next, we're going to put the screen in place, and what we need to do again is just make sure that the double channel is to the front, matching our front door frames. Now you just have to screw these in place. Because we're setting up this enclosure for a bearded dragon, we're going to go ahead and use our wire grommet, which will allow us to put our UVB light on the inside of the enclosure. If you're going to use loose substrate, take your acrylic loose substrate shield and peel off the plastic covering. To attach the substrate shield to the inside of the enclosure, we're going to use this double-sided tape, and we're just going to run it across the edges here, just like that, and then peel off the red side of the tape. So now we're just going to go ahead and slide it in place. Bring it on the inside of the enclosure, right up to the edge, and we're going to press on both corners. Now we just have to attach the doorknobs to our acrylic doors and slide them in place. Obviously, put the back door in first. Finally, if you have a PVC enclosure and you need high humidity, take our humidity shield and peel off the plastic. So satisfying. And simply place it on top of the enclosure and slide it to one side or the other depending on where your basking light is going to go. For extra security, you can use this wire lock to slide between your 2 doors, hook behind the back door just like that, and that prevents the doors from opening But when you need to remove it, simply slide it out. So that's it. That's how easy it is to assemble the Zen Habitat's 3.0 enclosure. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to us on the live online chat or email us at support@zenhabitats.com. Thanks everybody.